Did you make a New Year's resolution to exercise more? And if so, did you make it past January 9th? The second Friday in January has become known as Quitter's Day, when ambitious wellness intentions are often abandoned. Our Pavlina Osta displayed no quit, but rather plenty of curiosity when she enrolled in a challenge that tests the physical and mental toughness of military men and women.
In the Marquette University gym basement, future soldiers are training to be the best.
What it teaches you is to be able to control your thoughts, to push yourself, to not make yourself stop when things get hard.
I signed up for the Army Fitness Challenge to see what it takes to pass the test.
You volunteered to do what I do twice a year and our new recruits have to do and pass before they go through basic training.
First up,
get ready in the position.
Maximum deadlifts for 3 reps.
And begin.
Army National Guard recruiter and my drill sergeant for the afternoon, Tyler Choi enlisted when he was just 17.
I knew going into the military was going to give me some sort of discipline that I had lacked. I knew by joining that I was going to learn some of those intangible traits that you might say that are kind of instilled with you at basic training that you carry with you for the rest of your life.
I had to hone in that mental toughness for Choi's next challenge.
You're going to lower all the way down to the ground. You're going to bring your arms out to a T.
Hand release push-ups.
24.
As I max out at 30 reps, Choi says for those looking to enlist, fitness is their biggest fear.
I would say out of 10 people that I talk to that are interested in the National Guard, their number one thing that they're worried about is fitness. What I tell them is you don't have to pass the fitness test until about week 6 or 7 of basic training. Now we get college athletes, we get people that have never played a sport before in their life and play video games all the time. We're welcoming to everyone.
It's his job to make them ready.
If I know that it's something that they're worried about, I take pleasure in helping them make sure that they're comfortable before they go to basic training, that they're going to pass the fitness test.
Choi gave me that same encouragement going into my next test, the sprint drag carry, the same approach he used to help soldiers go from struggling to excelling.
When this soldier first came to me and they attended their first weekend training with us, they could do 4 push-ups to standard, and that was it. Fast forward to basic training graduation, the soldier won Iron Soldier, which means that they had the highest physical fitness score in the whole company, which is about 200 people.
Choi says the Army Fitness Challenge has changed over the years.
We realized that our past fitness tests really didn't prove that we could actually be physical enough to do our job in the National Guard. The new fitness test, including things like the deadlift and the sprint drag carry, really just shows that these are types of the muscle group that we need to work on to actually complete our jobs in the National Guard.
Some procrastinate in training, while others...
There's some people that work out 6 days a week just to try and get a perfect score on this test, and it's a very difficult test to get a perfect score on.
As for how I did...
Overall, your score is 438 out of 500, which is definitely above average.
But the test isn't about hitting a number. It's about pushing yourself and appreciating the mental and physical strength that our service men and women display every single day while protecting our nation. Service that all started with a little motivation.
That is good, yep.
Now, not everyone with a New Year's goal to exercise more needs to push it to that limit. We're 11 days into 2026, and if you're finding it difficult to stick to that New Year's resolution, we've got some tips for you. Take baby steps along with your long-term goal. Set up 1 to 3 weekly goals that make reaching the finish line more reasonable. Track your habits. Being aware of your eating and exercise trends can help you see more clearly where you're at in your journey, where you're succeeded, and what areas you may need to focus more on. And don't give up. Just because you fall short one day, 1 week, or 1 month, doesn't mean all hope is lost. Try to get back on course by setting a new goal, or ask a friend or loved one to support and join you.